Welcome everybody to World 1-1. I am your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. With me, as always, is Eddie the Nestle Wonderball V, and we are back again.
Wait 1 minute. When did you become the Bearded Wonder? What
I became the Bearded Wonder my freshman year of high school with this crew.
What superpower did you come up with that? I'm like, wait, he's the Reverend Nordic Beast. When did he become the Bearded Wonder?
I am the Bearded Wonder. Suck it up. Deal with it.
No.
Marvel at my greatness. My superhuman chin foliage.
No.
You're just going to have to suck it up and deal with it.
Oh, I can't wait for you to cut it off one day.
What?
I hope one day someone bet you something or you get super drunk and you just like, you know what? And just get angry and just cut it off and then wake up in the morning and be like, what was I thinking?
Nope, it doesn't happen.
Christine
should
get you back for the clown picture.
It's not really revenge. I mean, I've taken it off a couple times. People have seen me without it. There are pictures around.
No, while you sleep, she just sneaks in and just.
She wouldn't do it because it drives. She hates when I do it.
What, shaving?
Yeah.
Really?
She hates when I take my beard off.
Wait, what? Before we get to any of the discussion, everybody, we got to talk about this first. We might have
she hates when I take my beard off.
Why?
Guys are nuts. Doesn't like it.
What about trimming it?
Nope.
That is just shock to me. I thought she'd be like, you need to get...
all chin bush.
Did you just say chin bush? Really?
Yeah, I did.
We really going there. I don't want to deal with it. I don't even want to diddle with... Oh, dang it, I can't say it. Diddle it.
Ask my wife. She'll probably find and send you pictures of me without the beard at some point.
Well, I think the high school... Well, was that the high school picture where you was the boy band?
I think I still had the beard at that point, though.
But it wasn't that big. It wasn't big as it is now. It was like kind of low. It's
kind of always been this big.
Well, not really, because there's some pictures that like you kind of got like a goatee that is like it's that length. It's nothing like full long.
Yeah,
it's not the Tom and Jerry, my Uncle Mouse or Cousin Mouse with the mustache that just whips along and stuff. It's not that.
But yeah. So we're back. We've got the E3 wrap up. Looking to talk about the highlights and favorites of the show. Where do you want to start? I mean, we had several shows throughout the week, as well as a few announcements after the press conferences. Where do you want to start? How do you want to break this down today?
Well, let's. I think we'll probably end it with Nintendo since they had a lot, and we'll probably talk more about that. I think one of the biggest highlight that we probably have to get out the way definitely is still the Xbox One X. I think Scorpio still should have been the name. The $499.99 price point, I'm not really mad about or anything. I was actually thinking about this today. Is with actually Activision. So it's, with them having the exclusive on Call of Duty and with Destiny, what is Activision going to do for Microsoft in terms of 60 frames per second for games? Are they going to be held back because of the PS4
Apparently they're not going to be doing it for Destiny.
Pretty much.
And they've already said Destiny on Xbox One X, 30 frames a second.
And so,
have fun with that, y'all.
And so because what's going to happen, because I wonder if you look at Destiny with 30 frames per second, and then if Anthem is 60 frames per second on Xbox One X in 4K, and it's a good game, not saying it will be a good game because we don't know more about that, Anthem is going to kill Destiny if Anthem comes out next year, because I think they was planning a release for it for next year.
Maybe. I do think that while there are some some similarities
Mm-hmm.
between Destiny and Anthem. I was super happy to see that Anthem looked less like Destiny than I thought it was going to.
Yes. I can't say Anthem graphically and like the environments that they use looks amazing. Look, really looks beautiful. I love the art style that they went with that. I kind of want to go to the Microsoft store and I kind of want to see it on a 4K screen, uh, uh, Xbox One X. So hopefully when the system come out, that the Microsoft store is like have one on display to see how it looks. Because right now everybody's so caught up in the 4K, that I don't need the system because I don't have 4K, and then a lot of people are caught up about the price. But I think if you actually get your hands on and see it, that might change the perception of it.
Maybe. I still have no compunction for a 1X. I haven't even bothered with a 1S at this point. I'm just like, nope, my Xbox plays games. I'm good.
And it's weird because everybody was complaining at first that Xbox was giving out 980p. I'm like, it still looks good. I'm like, you can have a game like Ori and the Blind Forest running at 980p. Don't look no different than something that's 1080p or anything. I'm just like, the art in the game and the colors in the game makes it look beautiful and it plays well. Not great because there are some problems with it, but it plays well.
There are no problems with Ori. You shut the hell up.
No, Ori has some problems.
No, Ori has a couple of little quirk issues that irritated me, but not enough for it to really deter from the experience for me.
Yes, that is true.
So, anyways, yeah, 1X, it's a thing. It's not called the Scorpio. It sounds dumb. The abbreviation is Xbox.
Yeah, I'm calling it the OX. When it comes, or Ox, because I'm like, people still going to get confused about just saying, oh, Xbox. Are you talking about the original one, or are you talking the brand, or are you talking about the new one? I'm like, pick and choose.
Microsoft has the worst naming department ever. Everyone in that department needs to be fired and replaced.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see reviews of most of third party games. Are companies going to be sending them the Xbox One X version, or are they still going to be sending PS4? Because if they want to show the best of the game, it's going to have to go to OX. If it's going to be running at 60 frames per second, and it's going to, show the true nature of 4K.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna end up doing a graphics tag comparison between OX, and between PC, like they always do.
Oh, you can compare all you want. It's not going to change the game.
Yeah, it won't change the game, but I think some people like that graphical comparison to show that their console is still better, and that's the reason that they own it.
Yeah, it's stupid to me. I have to have validation that my console is the best choice to buy because I am clearly compensating for undersized hardware.
Well, yeah. And, the thing...
It's like anytime I see somebody with a giant, loud, obnoxious truck go driving down the road, they want to sit there and peel out of the stoplight and, great big oversized fucking wheels and a lift kit, and it's just loud and stupid. It was like, I'll stick my head out the window and yell at him. It's like, you have a small penis. We hear you.
Isn't it funny that they do that and the police pull them over and you just drive by?
That's so dumb.
Oh, I would never understand. But I just want to go to the Microsoft store and see the OX and just see it in 4K. Kind of want to see Forza, want to see Gears. If they do have a controller to get my hands on it, I would like to get that experience. My big thing about it is I want to see install
You act
times.
like it's going to play any different. It's
Well,
still going to play the
I
same.
mean, it's going to play the same. That's fine. Um, but I just want to see why is that visual aspect of that system so good, or why the market for it is the thing about it being in 4K and being all powerful. I'm just like, okay, I want to see how what this power does to this game. I want to see. I literally want, because like for me personally, I literally want to see if you do an install in this game, is it going to reduce the installation time for these games?
No.
And
The disk
that's
drive can only read so fast.
and see, and because I'm like, I want to see how the original Destiny goes on. And this is from a disc, mind you. I want to see an original disc of the original Destiny on Xbox on OX, and see how long it takes to install. Because it took me 6 to 7 hours to install that game, and then it took me another 4 to 5 hours to install the updates.
Some of that might have just been your connection speed.
Thing about it is that it's not the connection speed, because that it does it for my PS4 also. If I do it for my Wii U and my Switch, or probably hopefully for my Switch or even 3DS, it's like that. And these are CD based games. Besides
Yeah,
Switch,
you're
when I get
dealing
one.
with, even when you install a CD-based game, a lot of times it still wants to pull information off the network as well.
Well, yeah, and see, because it's besides Mass Effect, the Mass Effect trilogy, that took about 14 some hours. That was just super long. But people were having those problems installing games on PS3, and I don't know about 360 during that time. I don't know if it was quick or anything. Uh, but like with PS4 and Xbox One, like it takes a long time to install, and I don't know if that's with the patches and with other updates and stuff.
Yeah.
So like if it could install the game within 7-10 minutes, I'll be like, okay, that's one aspect that's good having the system. And I don't know if Slim does that too. So
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I think there is a cap on just how fast it can actually
it's,
download anything. It can only go so fast.
I wonder how many are there willing to put out this holiday,
As many as possible.
because they still got the Slim. Because we'll probably be getting a lot of Slim bundles, but like how many? I wonder how our store's going to get 10, 20 OXs.
Like I said, as many as possible. Nobody puts out a product to not sell it.
Right. Shoot,
So
we still haven't got the PlayStation Pro yet, so I don't know what. See, I don't know what Sony is doing from some stores or retail. Like, I think in my area, the only way to get a Pro is going to Best Buy, and you have to literally about drive 25 to 40 minutes to find the Best Buy in my area.
well, that's your fault for not being near a Best Buy.
Well, I can't help it.
Sure
How about
you
you?
can. All you got to do is find a house somewhere near a Best Buy and buy it.
How about you sell your product at Target so I could go in and buy one, or not buy one, look at and make fun of it, then just skip along to the Nintendo stuff and marvel at it before I go to the music.
You just told them exactly why they're not going to bother doing it.
because I'm just gonna look at it and be like, this is stupid, this ugly Kit Kat bar.
You just defeated your own argument.
Hey, I said give me the. Hey, I just said at least put it in Target so I can look at it, so I know that it is at a store that I could actually, if I feel like buying it, I could go and buy it. But I'm just gonna laugh at it because it looks ugly.
Oh well. Anyways, so aside from the Xbox One X, Xbox, I'm not calling it the Ox. You can fuck off with that. What else? What else were some of the highlights for you?
The backwards compatibility for coming to Xbox. So like all three libraries from the system, or for the brand will be coming. Um, I'm still debating for a ways out. I know I'm going to get it, but the only way I'm going to play that game is with you, like, or if anybody needs somebody want to play it. Like, I'm not really interested in playing it, but I'll still get it, to play it with you. The last night, that sprite based Flashpoint style neo noir mystery game, like, I really want to play that. Like, that's probably my game after Cuphead that I need on my Xbox. Like, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, Ori is just a guarantee, but to be like, yes, I can't wait for this game to drop that I need to buy, that would be the one. Like, that's probably one of the best games that I took out of the whole Microsoft conference.
Microsoft had a few things in there that I liked. Ori was definitely the highlight for me, but Cuphead is right up there. I've been waiting so long for Cuphead. I'm afraid it's going to fall into the Duke Nukem Forever trap. So,
yeah. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, they got a report out of it about, is how it's not coming to Switch, but they're open to porting it if fans show support. And they said it's nothing wrong with the hardware or even the engine. They said if they want to port it and put it on their system, it might take some time, but they could get it on the system. I'd be like,
here's my question. Here's my problem with this.
Yeah.
It's like saying, please buy our game is a way of showing that you will buy it a second time. No, just put it where we want to fucking play it the first time.
Right.
It's a bullshit excuse. It needs to stop.
Well,
they've been super loud about it already. I mean, for Christ's sake, at this point, pretty much everybody is saying everything that comes out we want on Switch.
Right, and
if you can't do it at this point, you're an idiot not to.
And that's weird. And it's weird because they went to the developers, they put Unreal Engine 4, they put Unity in, they showed what the system can do. So why, as Western third party, why are you guys still fighting it? Definitely Namco Bandai. I'm like, yeah.
It's a money grab. I told you. They say, if you guys support it and show us that you want it, their version of show us that you want it is buy it. And then we'll port it. And then you'll buy it again and give us twice as much money, which is a dick move.
But the thing about it is, and it always happened, there are some reports that be like, well, our games sold better on Nintendo. Well, yeah, you should have released it first on Nintendo than anything else. Mm-hmm. Like, you were going to get money. If people are saying that they're going to buy the game, whether they buy it or not, or whatever the situation is, they still want to support that game on that platform. So that's triple the money because I want to see how Rhyme does. And if Rhyme sells more on Switch than PlayStation and Microsoft and PC combined,
I'm hopeful. I have yet to play it because I'm actually holding out for the Switch version because I refuse to double dip, especially when I know that the version I want is coming. It's just coming a little later, and that to me is annoying and excruciating, but I'm sitting here avoiding most everything on it because I don't want it fucking ruined for me.
I want to do the reason, and I'll double dip once I get a Switch because definitely for me, I want to hear the music of Ryan on the headset on the go if I decide to take Switch. Even though I can still buy the soundtrack and stuff, I'm like maybe I probably want to revisit that game when I feel like it. But one of them was just like I want to do a review for it, and I just want to see if it was going to be a good game, and it really is a good game with great music and stuff. And for Sony to lose that exclusive, I'm like, yeah, you guys really messed up from giving it up. But hey, Xbox players get to play it soon. Switch players get to play it. The more, the merrier.
Console exclusives seem to be a dwindling concept these days. They're not dead yet, but they're dwindling to the point where it's a weird in-between state.
Where console exclusives have switched, actually. It's now a console launch exclusive.
Yep.
So if you look at some of the indie games that was at the Nintendo Direct earlier this year, they got the first release, even though it's come to other consoles. I mean, other consoles and PC. If you look at Microsoft uh, showcase, they announced probably like what, maybe 14, 15, half of their games on this list. They'd be like console launch exclusive, and it was just like, okay, so I'm assuming these other games are going to be coming to PC and coming to PlayStation. And PC, I mean not as Windows 10, but as like Steam or GOG or something like that. You know.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't surprise me in the least. But you know, at this point, I'm also very tired of hearing the argument that everything Microsoft puts out comes to Windows. Windows 10 anyways. It's not really an exclusive. It's a Microsoft exclusive. Get the concept through your head. It's still brand attachment. It's just not, limited to console.
Right.
What is the issue? By them putting their game on their console or their PC platform, why does this offend you?
Because Microsoft still gonna get the money whether you buy it on either. They're just giving you a benefit. They're giving you a 2-for-1 deal. Like, why would you not take it?
Seriously, it's fucking crossplay at this point. It's cross-buy, it's crossplay.
Right.
And that's like saying if something came out on the PlayStation 4 and the PS Vita, it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Right.
Done.
I don't know.
And maybe that's what they need to do to stop that bullshit. Is instead of saying console launch exclusive, just call it Microsoft exclusive.
I think that would have been. I think that would have been fine saying Microsoft exclusive. That way, that when that game comes out, like player unknown battleground, like that's not an exclusive.
Still a terrible title for a game.
I mean, that's not exclusive because that first came out on PC. It's just now finally coming to a console. So, if
in the first console you're getting it on is Xbox.
It's Xbox, and I think personally for me that was a big win for Microsoft over Sony. So, my thing is you can have Destiny, you can have Call of Duty. They got a bigger game than both of those two games combined.
They've got a very different game too.
Right. But I think the traffic and the players that's on PC, if they could get that same amount of people on console, yeah, there'd be some crossplay because people gonna want that, and there'll be mouse and keyboard versus controller, whatever that debate is about. That's gonna add more to that player base, which is gonna add more money for that company.
So, it's PlayerUnknown's Battleground is one of those things to me that equates to like Counter-Strike Go, where it's huge. It's played a fuck ton. It is massively financially successful, but you don't hear a lot of people talking about it in mainline gaming press because it's got a massive dedicated player base that isn't going anywhere, but it's not doing a lot to attract new people either.
And I think some people are fine with that in a sense.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
So, I know Black Desert is that console MMO. I'm looking into that, looking forward to that.
You mean that one with the screaming man in the yellow shirt?
No, not that one. Oh, was that the one? Was that the dude? Was that the game that he was just... No, I thought that was what was the other one? It was like that 4-player one that they was attacking and battling and stuff. It wasn't Black Desert.
Okay, apparently I've got it mixed up in my head at this point, but all I can think of is that screaming, raving lunatic in the yellow shirt.
That man was annoying.
Like, somebody should have just run up on stage and tackled him.
Like, that, I'm sorry, that was...
That was a terrible idea.
That was Ubisoft, Fading Man. The doo 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 doo. That was that art.
Oh, Mr. Caffeine.
Yes, Mr. Caffeine, H4K.
Oh, God.
Microsoft, E3 press exclusive. That's what it was, and it was a mess.
That was fucking awful.
I looked and I was just like, "What is this?"
At least with Mr. Caffeine, you knew what you were in for the whole show.
That was just a whole bunch of drunken mess. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like, I think I watched that one and I couldn't even take notes because I was just like, what is this? And if you guys have not, go on YouTube after the show or whenever you hear this podcast, watch that Ubisoft conference. I think it was was it 2013, 2014 maybe?
A few years ago, yeah.
Watch that before they got Aisha Tyler. And
just search Mr. Caffeine. That's all you need.
That was...
You'll find it.
I just don't know. I was just like, I'm not even drunk, and I don't drink. What is this insane mess? Like, y'all can make fun of Nintendo with Wii Music. You can make fun of that all you want to. But when you're a host of a press conference and that craziness happens, that's a problem. That is a problem.
Anyways, moving forward.
Keep
dragging this along.
Anthem is like I said, Anthem is a game that I am looking forward to. And pretty much for Microsoft, that's all the big things that I really have to say for them.
All right. So my highlights for Microsoft, real simple. In order of importance. Ori and the Blind Forest Ori and the Will of the Wisps sits at the top for me. Right below it, Cuphead. Everything else, whatever.
What about Super Lucky's Tale?
Christine is far more excited about that than I am. After what happened with Yooka-Laylee, I'm leery of anything like that. It doesn't mean it won't be good, but I am leery. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, I know I said it backwards. It was on purpose. Fuck you.
I think if the game comes out at $8, I'll be fine, or $10, I'll probably buy it. Like if it's $14 or $19, I'm like, no. You know.
Watch, it's gonna come out and it's gonna be $60.
Whoever released it at $60 needs to be like Dragon Punch in their throat.
You say that now, but what if it's worth $60?
Then they are the creators of Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
What if it's worth $60, Eddie? You are prejudging this before it's even out. You have no hands-on with this yet. There is no grounds for saying this can't be a
audience.
$60.
I'm throwing daggers and mad shade at Larry.
I don't care. I'm totally going to throw your opinion under the bus here because it is unfounded.
The bus has just hit a rep and landed on top of you. Really?
I'm just saying. I'm going to laugh if it comes out and it's $60, but it's totally amazing. It's the greatest thing you've ever played.
Then you're going to buy it for $60.
I'm going to end up buying it either way because my wife wants it.
Then when she plays the game, you need to play the game and y'all do a double review.
Oh, I'll play it. I'll review it. I will let you know what it's worth.
I really hope it has some like some B-rated controls. Like it's literally bad. Like it's the
I don't understand why people hope a game comes out bad.
I'm hoping it comes out bad because you're trying to put $60 on this game. That's the only reason that I want it to be bad.
Why can it not be worth $60?
Because it looks cheap. It looks like someone put 4K on Microsoft Paint and did it.
No, that was Yooka-Laylee.
Oh, dang. That's a cut. That's a bloody cut. I just seen a rush of blood just fall right down the leg. Dang.
Oh, I'll cut a throat with Yooka-Laylee. That pile of hot, steaming garbage. Jesus God.
And everybody.
Yooka-Laylee belongs in the pile with Mighty Number 9.
which is only $15 for the physical release.
Still not worth it. Half-hour game with hour-long credits.
I'm just saying. I am just saying. $15. That's a shame. It's $15 and Shovel Knight is still $20. Well, Shovel Knight earns this is $20. Heck, people rebought it on Switch.
Yeah. Shovel Knight's a package that's worth the money, plain and simple.
Yes.
So, anyways, all right, we're done with Microsoft. Fuck this train wreck. Next.
So we have Ubisoft. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I'm kind of into. I've never played XCOM. I'm not into those kind of tactical games. I would love to learn them.
Eddie, you said you never played XCOM. I have to ask, why come?
Why come?
Why come haven't you played XCOM?
I need you to come to North Chicago right now, and I need to just backhand you all the way out of my house.
It's Father's Day. I get to do all the terrible dad jokes. Fuck you.
When have you stopped doing terrible dad jokes?
I know, but today I have an excuse.
Right. I can't even come back from that. Yeah, but Mario, everything else I'm looking. Oh, Starlink Battle for Atlas. I am looking forward to. I really hope they add a cop. I would love. Ubisoft, come on, please just talk to the people at Sunrise in Japan. Get that Cowboy Bebop exclusive. I want Spike Ship to fly in that game, and hopefully it plays like Star Fox. Everything else could just fall in the river.
I don't know. After the last Star Fox, that's a dangerous statement.
You know, I'll be playing that actually next month.
Yeah. Play that, and then you're probably going to wish you hadn't have said, I hope that plays like Star Fox.
I'm playing that for 2 whole weeks, so let's see how that goes. Far Cry 5.
2 very excruciating weeks.
I'll learn it. I'll adapt. Far Cry 5 and Beyond Good and Evil 2. I'm looking forward to Beyond Good and Evil 2. I want gameplay to materialize. Far Cry 5, if it doesn't play like a Tom Clancy game, I'm all for it, because I kind of, hopefully there are some KKK members
it's Ubisoft, everything plays like a Tom Clancy game.
Yeah, because just look at Assassin's Creed Origins, before I say Origins again, and I get yelled at. Yeah, but pretty much everything else could fall.
Desmond has died of dysentery.
Right. Everything else could just fall into a garbage bin and we can move on. And yes, that includes the South Park game. Fall into a garbage bin and die.
Fuck you. South Park is awesome.
You won't do that. You won't put a condom on and do that to me.
Hey, Eddie. I went to Best Buy today. You know what I bought? I picked up Dick's 4.
A what? Huh?
Went to Best Buy. I bought Dick 4.
Dick 4?
Yeah, go ahead, ask.
Why?
Wrong question.
What did you pick up Dick for?
You bastard. You're not falling into this trap, and I hate you.
What
You're ruining Father's Day.
Well, what am I supposed to say? Give me the question that I'm supposed to ask.
You'll work it out later and go, son of a bitch.
I won't figure it out. I'm like Dick 4. Or Dick for sale? They had Dick for sale or something? And why wasn't I there not to get it?
Move on. Terrible joke is over. You've ruined it.
Look, I'm about to say, why wasn't I there not to get it? What's a Dick for?
There you go. If you don't know by now.
So you went to go pick up a Richard? Like, you was kidnapping somebody's kid, dog? Like,
I hate you. You took something that was supposed to be a simple joke, and you've destroyed it.
I know. I'm so good. The evil within to a Black World.
Now, see, that's one that I'm looking forward to. Evil Within looks fucking awesome.
Okay, I wish they had black people commentary to the Evil Within. Like, you just hear black people screaming, "Don't go in that door! Don't press X!" And you just see hot sauce and chicken flying around.
You just explained why I don't go to the movie theater with people.
When's the last time you been to a movie theater?
And now you know why.
I said when, not why. What movie theater?
It's been a while.
Look, what movie theater had that extra commentary?
I envision going to the movie theater with you, Eddie, like going to the movie theater with Granddad from the Boondocks.
Oh, wow.
Granddad and Riley.
Wow. We have to go to the movies.
To be fair, you just kind of described that same thing. You really just made that point, though.
And we haven't even talked to Bethesda yet. But go ahead, Larry. What was your top ones from Ubisoft?
Ubisoft. Starlink looks awesome. I want the little toy ships. I want to play with them. I want to collect them. I want to build them. It appeals to the child in me in just so many happy ways. And it looks cool. I hope to Christ it does not fall into the trap of No Man's Sky. But so far it's promising because, honestly, they haven't started making any promises yet like No Man's Sky did.
Amen.
That dude was like Molyneux 2.0. He just would not shut his mouth and quit digging his own hole.
They were so hyped for that game, and just the marketing was just like that crash and burn.
Like, watching interviews with this guy talking about No Man's Sky, I was like, so you're going to be able to play with your friends, right? Absolutely. It's totally going to have multiplayer. You're going to play with hundreds of your friends. You're going to explore all the worlds, and there's going to be different things on every world. And when you're done and you put the controller in your lap, it's going to give you a blowjob. It's like, we all knew at some point he could not possibly have been telling anybody the truth, but everyone kept eating it up.
And it's weird for that year that Star Fox Zero and No Man's Sky came out. And even though, regardless of how people view both games and the ratings that they got, I think Star Fox Zero still came out better than No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it's because Star Fox Zero wasn't buried in promotional bullshit promises.
Also, it didn't have that glitch chicken walking around or a glitch dinosaur.
Yeah, the chicken store.
Yeah, that was that was. Oh my goodness, we have got to do a show about glitches and laugh out loud because that and the Assassin's Creed Unity one, the Assassin's Creed Unity one is full out comedy.
Hey Eddie, speaking of dinosaurs, why can't dinosaurs clap?
Because their hands are too small.
No, because they're all dead.
I'm gonna need you to go to that
Father's
corner.
Day dad joke. Deal with it.
That corner that's right behind you. I'm gonna need you to go and just sit down right there. Take your chair.
Eddie, it looks cold in your room there. You should go stand in the corner. It's 90 degrees.
Unlike oh wow. Unlike Pierre Schneider, that mug posted it's like 104 in San Francisco. I'm like 104. I'm just like the hot hell on Darksiders is this. What's this mess?
Because it's Los Angeles.
The devil is a lie. Not today, Sid.
Anyways, yeah, Ubisoft Starlink was probably going to be my highlight of Ubisoft's show until Beyond Good and Evil 2 happened, and then I was just, it was all over at that point.
Yeah, well, Bethesda, like I said, pretty much for me for their conference was Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. I did like their direct style. At first, I was ready to give up on it. But then I'm just like, I'll stick with it. I'm like, at least they're not bringing 50,000 people out and hyping up their own stuff. Like, it was short to the point. Bam. But those two games were like the highlight for it, for me. I do need to play the Evil Within. I need to beat it. And Wolfenstein 2, I just got to finish the first one. But this new one looks really good. So I'm definitely going to pick it up and play it. What about you, Larry?
Run that past me one more time. I've got somebody talking to me.
For Bethesda and the Amiibo on Skyrim. I think that's a cool idea for Switch.
Yeah. I think it's a little odd how the how the spaceship toys attach to the controllers. I just
Oh, for
Starlink.
Starlink.
I'm still picturing that in my head, going, why? Why does it have to do that? But
It's Ubisoft.
yeah, anyways, Bethesda, uh, Bethesda Land. Um, I'm not super huge on most of Bethesda's stuff. I actually missed Evil Within 1, and now after seeing the trailer, I'm going out and I'm going to go pick up a copy of Evil Within 1 so I can play it because Evil Within 2 looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I was never one for the Wolfenstein series either, but I may have to check that out because the Wolfenstein trailer preview. I'm going to stop saying trailer anymore. These days it's a preview because it's usually more than just a trailer.
Right.
But in any case, the Wolfenstein preview looked really fucking neat too.
Yes.
So and those are the highlights for me. I think they put together a clean, solid presentation, and it wasn't super packed, but it was coherent, and there's something to be said for that from a business perspective.
I know it's just bad for me that a lot of the games that they show I didn't care for, and they're really just homing out Skyrim, like. And I was even talking to Andrew Eisen. He he's like a YouTube person. I was like talking to him on Twitter, and I know he he mentioned about Skyrim being $60 on Switch and all the amiibo and stuff. I was just like, yeah, but the remaster came out for PS4 and Xbox One, and they were $60, and they didn't add nothing, and that one had problems when it came out.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
We'll see.
I'm like, yeah, Nintendo might, yeah, it's gonna be $60, but shoot, it's still $60 now for PS4 and Xbox One. So, like, none of those prices dropped. If you want the cheap one, you literally got to get the Xbox 360 Game of the Year edition, and hopefully that's the greatest hit one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still I still think it's neat that Bethesda has decided to go, like I said, just full opposite directions with Skyrim. You know, we talked about that over the past week. I'm not going to get back into that again, but I am looking forward to picking up Skyrim on my Switch. I hope that it comes out fairly clean and majority problem free. So, but we'll see when that happens in the fall.
Yeah, we shall see.
But yeah, that was my highlight for Bethesda. I'm also a little curious as to if they're using Skyrim to test the waters as to whether or not the likes of Fallout starts coming to the Switch as well. Because if they can do Skyrim, I don't see why they can't do Fallout.
That one is going to be very debatable. Because if they bring out Fallout, they'll probably do Fallout 4 with all the DLC and stuff. But I would just rather
What's
be like,
wrong with that?
Not many. Fallout 4 sold, but not many people were happy about it. Like it sold well because it knocked out the Rise of the Tomb Raider, but there were some people who just thought that they kind of felt gypped from it. And a lot of people who definitely own the Xbox, I should say, kind of was just like, I should have got Rise of the Tomb Raider instead of Fallout.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, that's mostly the highlights from Bethesda.
We got we got Sony. So definitely there's a lot for Sony. Before we get into Nintendo, but like Undertale, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, Monster Hunter World. That one's gonna be one I'm be looking forward to.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of stuff in the Sony show. Before we want to get into that, I want to break for just a minute, and then we're going to jump into Sony and beyond. Oh, terrible podcast joke. Didn't even mean to do that one. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to take a break for a minute, and then we'll be right back with coverage, highlights for the Sony show and Nintendo.
Yes.
All right, so we're back. We're going to get into the Sony show and then the Nintendo show, and then we're going to close this fucker out. Eddie, highlights of the Sony show for you. Go.
Okay. All right. And last part before we went to break, Undertale, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy. Hopefully, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy plays better than Uncharted 4, and in fact, hopefully, it plays better than the whole Uncharted series. Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. I'm looking forward to that. Monster Hunter World looks funny, and I'm all in. I think I'm gonna dive all into that one too. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I did play the story demo for that, and button mashing. If you would like they could make this game a beat 'em up, and it would be fun instead of it being a fighter. Because if what they're doing with the control scheme for this game is what they're doing in the story demo, that's going to be a big problem. I know people have been having hate for it for the because of the artwork and stuff, but hopefully it just doesn't play like that. It's just like you do a 4 or 5 hit combo, even with an air combo by pressing the square button. And then everything else is just like a one hit. So, like there were some moves that I just couldn't throw a fireball or anything. I had to kind of like charge it and then be able to throw it. It's very weird. And they keep switching you with different players, different characters in that story demo. So if you guys are planning to get it, I played the PS4 version. If you guys are planning to get it, wait for reviews when that game comes out. If you did like the demo, go ahead, I guess, buy it when it comes out. But I will wait for a review for that game. Detroit Become Human is a big major thing. Destiny 2 I'm doing for Xbox One. And Spider-Man was a really good highlight. I like Insomniac. So I look forward to this. Hopefully the game is not too many quick time events, and hopefully they have an open world where I could go to, and I could do the missions and stuff at my own leisure pace. So those were kind of the highlights for me for that conference.
Okay, so the gems of the Sony show for me, taking a look at, I'm still super excited for God of War. It makes me so happy to see that that series coming back in a familiar but fresh way. I've talked about it before, but I'm super excited to see Dad of War. It gets me juiced. I was also really happy to see them show some gameplay that looked a little more familiar as God of War compared to exclusively what they showed of the gameplay last year. So that's something that's got me happy. I do like that they have some story connection or callback to the original trilogy of God of War as well.
Yes.
Other highlights, I'm really super hyped about the new Spider-Man game. It looks awesome. The Horizon Zero Dawn DLC, I think falls in line a lot with what they're doing with Dishonored and Uncharted as well, and that we're seeing more stuff that is a side story type of deal.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be $20. I think they announced the price. I just don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, so that's all good looking stuff.
And want to give a big shout out to Moss by PolyArt with the mouse. That really.
So I'm not super jazzed about PlayStation VR. It's just not a thing to me. But Moss looks awesome. Moss has callbacks to my childhood of reading the old Redwall books. That's what immediately popped into my head when I saw Moss. I want to say there was something else. Oh yeah, was it Star Child?
Star Child.
Was it Star Child?
The
Yeah.
2D Metroid looking game.
I'm still trying to figure out why in the hell Star Child is a VR game. This is a 2D side scroller. What the fuck does VR bring to the table for Star Child?
I think, like, when that one monster like put his hand on the ground, that might be like in 3D, so that might be a reason. We can probably see. And Shadow of the Colossus, the remake for that, I'm holding out for that, but it does look interesting. Oh, go ahead, Larry.
I don't know. I would probably be inclined to play Star Child if it wasn't a VR game.
Yes.
But I'm trying to think if there was anything else really big from the Sony show that I liked. Those were the standouts for me.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on Days Gone, so.
Yeah, Days Gone I'm already bored of. It's more zombies. I don't care if you call them something else. Mm-hmm. They're still fucking zombies.
And we didn't get to see Ni no Kuni 2, but I'm interested in seeing that too. The Impatient, which is another VR game that looks interesting. Hopefully it's a thriller and it brings the scares. We're not talking about the stupid Final Fantasy one. Let's move on after that.
Yeah.
So, if that's all Sony, Nintendo. Pretty much everything that they show for Nintendo that I want.
This is, holy shit, this is where the action was at in 25 minutes. God damn.
Yes. Even just getting the logo for Metro Prime 4, people freaked out. And that's pretty much what
the whole internet lost its goddamn mind.
Right. And some people are sad that Animal Crossing didn't get announced, but I think Animal Crossing is going to come next year. I don't know if it's ready to be on.
I'll be shocked if Animal Crossing doesn't come.
I don't think it's ready to be on Switch, though. I think the next Animal Crossing is going to come to 3DS.
There's already Animal Crossing on 3DS. It's time for it to come to Switch. You know, we didn't get a right proper Animal Crossing on the Wii U. Mm. It's time for it to come back to a console.
I do want to buy the festival game in the Amiibos.
Dude, it's super dirt ass cheap, dude. Yeah, it's like $10 at GameStop.
Oh shoot, it's $20 at ours. Cause we got a special edition at Toys. So
yeah, the one over at GameStop has like the game and the two Amiibos, and they've got it for like $10.
Well, yeah. But I need my points. I need my coupons.
Yeah, that's your problem.
I know. Kirby looks good. Pokemon, being on Switch is going to be major. I'm kind of glad hopefully that is coming out next year. Hopefully they have more Switches out, because I think by the time Pokemon come out, I think by the time Pokemon and Metroid come out, there will be more sales for that system.
Oh yeah, that's going to keep selling. I don't think they've quite captured lightning in a bottle like they had with the Wii, with the original Wii, but they're damn close to it.
Right. So, definitely Fire Emblem, Yoshi, I'm looking forward to. Samus Return, that's just a day one purchase. Like I'm putting the game and the 2-pack Amiibo if we get it. I'm putting that all to the side. I'll save $70 to make sure I have that game.
I've already got mine ordered, and at this point, I am still scouring the web to try and find a UK retailer where I can order the UK special edition, because they're getting way more awesome shit in their special edition than we are here.
When did they announce the special edition in the UK? I know you mentioned it, but I didn't. Yeah, I don't know what the content is.
It was somewhere from Nintendo UK's website. But yeah, their special edition. Ours includes a reversible artwork cover and a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Theirs has the soundtrack, a steelbook case for the 3DS game, 40-page art book, Morph Ball keychain, and a gold S-Pin badge.
Oh yeah, folks are about to try to import that, because I
I've
know.
been watching diligently, checking daily. And like I said, I'm going to end up having to buy 2 fucking copies because the 3DS is goddamn region locked. And so I'm going to end up buying the Europe version just so I can have all the cool shit that goes with it and not be able to play the game. And then I'm going to have to spend my money again to buy a US version so I can actually play it.
Are you complaining?
Yes.
Because
Because I don't want to have to buy 2 versions of the game. I
and
want
yet
all the shit to just come in the US version like
and
it should.
and yet and yet.
I'm going to because I have a fucking problem, but I shouldn't have to. This is bullcrap.
Are you mad that you're
I
getting more
am.
Metroid?
I'm not mad that I'm getting more Metroid. I'm mad that there's such a disparity between the UK Special Edition and the US Special Edition. There's a difference.
She probably said they could get people to actually buy the game in UK. Because I don't think the Metroid series does big in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's always been the biggest here in the States.
Right. So, because I'm just like, if all of that comes out and it doesn't sell well in the UK, folks from America are gonna be trying to import that the best way they can. Like, and I don't know what Amazon is doing for that.
Well, Amazon UK won't ship to the US.
That sucks.
I'm watching 1 or 2 sites in particular for UK retailers that will let me pre-order and will ship to the US. I just haven't seen it go up anywhere.
Probably.
But I've got my Amiibo and I've got my special edition US version pre-ordered already.
I wonder if they're gonna wait till August. Is there all 3 versions coming out? Like Europe, North America, Japan, are they all coming out on the same date?
As far as I've seen, yes. It's all September 15th.
Oh, September 15th. I still got to make the list for all the games that's coming out that they showed. That should be fun and interesting. Of course, Mario Odyssey. I took like just everything that they showed, and then to pretty much just pimp slap everybody after they just got off the ground for the Metroid Prime 4 reveal. It's the Samus Return, and then the squishy Metroid. The squishy Metroid just did everybody in.
Stealth announcement in the treehouse, like a half hour after the Nintendo's E3 Switch Spotlight, but
the sushi
the squishy
game.
Metroid. Oh my god!
Oh, the squishy Metroid. It's going to be the hardest thing to find because everybody's just, and that's probably the one people, I don't know if collectors are going to just like buy 2 of them, but people are going to be like, I want to take it out the box and I want to squish it. I want to squish it. You know? Yep. So it would be so funny if you squish it and it made a Metroid noise.
Yeah, like that's not happening.
If it did, I would love to have a Amiibo Metroid that like from Super Metroid, the big one, you
the baby,
yeah. So you could put it in like Metroid Prime 4, but if you keep it in the box, it's a glow in the dark one. So it looks like that, and then you cut it off, and you just see it red and green on the inside. Is it red and green? I think.
Yeah, the nuclei are red.
Okay, I would just love to see
the membrane is kind of a bluish green.
And I would love to have like a glow in the dark one of that just sitting right there.
So, but yeah, no, there was that. There was the Pokemon announcement, which was also tremendous. Yes. You know, there was a lot of rumors floating that, you know, Pokemon Stars was going to be coming. There's no official title, and it's a ways out. I mean, much like Metroid Prime 4, they said we're working on it, and that's all they said.
And some people are mad about it, and I'm just like, just be glad you got an announcement, a confirmation. In fact, they're giving you 2. They're trying to make up for the past. You know, and people got to remember, Nintendo keeps telling you, when they're ready to show you something, they will show it. When they're ready to announce it, they will announce it. Like, people, we know this stuff. So you can't get mad at them. They've been up front. You want transparency. Nintendo, I think right now is about the most transparent company I can even think of at this point when it comes to video games. Maybe Microsoft too. So.
Yeah. So I mean, we also saw Rocket League coming to the Switch, which
Yes.
we've talked about for the last how many months at this point. We knew that they were talking about it and they were looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
We got confirmation that that's coming this fall. Which how is that not the perfect fucking game for that? Um, there's that Yoshi game that nobody noticed because they put it right after the Metroid Prime
Oh,
4 logo.
I noticed Yoshi. Oh, my thing, and see, this is the thing, because my thing was, okay, and and Larry, I'm in chat. I'm just like, where's Larry at? Is he off the floor? I know he just came.
Oh, I spunked so hard.
You had to come for that. You had to come from the Rocket League. When they announced Seven's return, you just probably had just a low drop. And then when they announced the amiibo and the squishy ones, I think you just like, I can't. I think you took all your stuff to the semen bank.
So, but yeah, Yoshi coming, new Kirby game coming. That's another one. The new Kirby game looks very akin to the Return to Dreamland that was supposed to be for the GameCube, but eventually came out on the Wii. And I like it. I'm excited for it. I like Kirby games.
Yes.
I hope to Christ that this breaks his tradition of being the harbinger of death of consoles. Because anytime a Nintendo system is being ready to be put to death, they just bring out a barrage of Kirby games.
I really don't think it is, because Kirby makes Nintendo money, and it sells like crazy.
I know it does. It's more of a coincidental timing thing.
Okay. Because I'm just like, yeah, Kirby sells bucks.
Oh, he does. So, and I think this is something that'll be a great fit on the Switch.
The Sushi Ninja game, I definitely cannot wait to get that.
I just don't care about it.
I know, but I just want to hit my opponent with plates. I want to eat sushi and hit them with plates. Like, I thought it was, the artwork reminds me of Elite Beat Agents, and I literally lost my mind. I think that's probably when I came myself. I know you probably don't care, but I mean, it's a new IP. It's a stealth game that they've kind of brought out of the blue, just like Samus Returns. So I mean, I thought that was.
I would have been more hyped if they had kept that team, because those are the guys that did the NES remix stuff. If we were getting an SNES remix,
hopefully
I want that.
Hopefully so. Well, we shall see. I'm fine with them not talking about virtual console or online, because they push it back to 2018. So why do we need some information now about that? Like, it don't serve no purpose for us. So, what is that light for?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no light.
You just put a light in front of my face, like I'm a shadow. I know I'm dark. I'm that dark of a black. But
smile so I can see you, Eddie.
I'm going to punch you when I come back.
You open the door on that.
When I don't open the door on that, I'm admitting to you that I'm black.
Oh, Christ.
I can't wait till right when you pick me up, I'm going to hug you. We're going to get in the house.
Then we're going to fight.
No, I'm probably gonna be too tired and be like, you know what? I'll see you in the morning. We'll fight out after this in the morning, and then get up and be like, let's go get the ice cream donuts or something.
Fuck yeah, ice cream donuts. So Nintendo closed out their spotlight with Super Mario Odyssey, which, if we're being completely honest here, we all thought was fucking Monster Hunter, because giant.
Yes. Yeah.
So
can I tell you, the art style didn't look like a Mario game at first. I'm like,
that kind of has me excited. I mean, it's neat to see them do something so thoroughly, drastically different for Mario.
Right. And as much as some people say they're not interested in Mario, that has kind of been the discussion on Twitter and pretty much a lot on social media, even on YouTube. Like, this is the game, like IGN gave it their game of E3. So that that speaks a lot. And I don't know if we ever chose a game of E3, like our personal game of E3. I know yours probably Samus Returns would probably be
Only
yours.
because that's what I saw the most of. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, as much as I want to call Metroid Prime 4 my game, at this point, it's just a logo. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that Samus Returns was happening, it probably would have been Ori and the Will of the Wisps for me.
Yeah. Um, it would have been. I know I said Mario Odyssey is mine. Uh, so I'm gonna go with Mario Odyssey. Trust me, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 looks phenomenal. I love that art style.
That
I
was
cannot
another thing
wait.
too. There were rumors floating, for the weeks leading up
Mm-hmm.
that Xenoblade was getting pushed out of 2017. They confirmed it's holding for this year.
Yep. And yeah, but
So
yeah, Odyssey just looks so fun to me. I'm so ready for that Mario game. Like, I can't wait to play. But that's why I said all of
so,
the Nintendo games that I love.
all this stuff, man. Somebody is going to drag Nintendo to court and press charges for raping their wallet.
But they won't do it for any other company. They won't do it for the Activision.
I don't know. Activision should be sued for just bad business practice. At the very least, this is like consensual non-consent rape because we all want it, but it
So
still hurts.
right. So, but yeah, that was our E3. Personally, I think Nintendo won it all. I don't know about how you feel, Larry.
You know who won E3 this year?
The gamers.
Me. I did. I get 2 new Metroid games
Uh-huh.
and Ori and the Blind Forest.
And
I fucking won.
and Rocket League on Switch.
That too.
Yes.
Like, for me, there wasn't a fuck ton of stuff that I was, like, super uber beyond hyped for, but the ones that were there were huge for me.
Yes. And everybody, Larry was right once again. I was watching the trailer, and it is the Metro Prime music. I thought it was Super Metroid. Something just sounded like Super Metroid to me for some unknown reason. I'm just like, and that's why I thought it. But yeah, just showing that S, pulling out that 4, sliding it, Metro Prime 4. And I thought the Prime series was done.
Well, specifically the Phazon trilogy is done.
Uh-huh.
Nothing says Prime 4 has anything to do with Phazon.
Yes.
Because I've told you this, there is one loose thread still from the end of Corruption, and that is the fact that there is some connection between Samus and Silex. Silex has some beef with Samus and the Federation, and Tanabe has said in interviews before that if another Prime game ever happens, he wants to explore that story.
Okay. And this is all taking place before Metroid Fusion.
This is all taking place before Metroid 2.
Metroid 2, okay.
Yeah, the Prime games happen between Metroid 1 and Metroid 2.
So that's why she doesn't have the phase on. Okay. So I think she's back to her normal self. I think
More than likely. Well, I mean, per Metroid 2, she's back to standard form.
Okay. Because I wonder where the story is going to go.
I'm telling you, we find out more about Silex. Calling it right now.
Do you care for a direct for it, or do you care for E3?
I would love for a fucking direct for Metroid Prime 4, but it's going to be a ways off.
I mean, for next year, do you want the direct for the gameplay or a trailer for it, or do you want the like E3 for them?
Nope, I want the direct. I want like 20, 30 minutes of nothing but tell me about Prime 4.
I think if they do that, they have to do it like in February or March, and then they can't show no more than I would say maybe 15 seconds, like a quick trailer, and then they have to say we'll show more at E3. Because my thing is, by the time it comes to E3, I want Treehouse. Like Treehouse Live is what everyone is probably going to be watching for more Metroid.
I don't think, though, that we're going to see more about Prime 4 until E3 time next year. I don't think Prime 4 comes out until 2019. because everything else that they talked about, even if it's coming out next year, they said 2018. Prime 4 had nothing on it. I'm betting we don't see it before 2019.
Well, with it being in development now, I think what we should see something at least, and it would be to me.
Well, it sounds like it's just starting development though.
Right. And literally to me, if they say after they first Treehouse, like I would say if they on their last day, that Thursday, they finally do their last Treehouse and they show that Metroid and they announce that, okay, everybody, just to let you know, because we're going out with this. Here's if you have a Nintendo Switch, here's a 20-minute demo or a 1-level demo for Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, but that just doesn't work though. It's the Prime stuff is so hard to really give a vertical slice. Any Metroid game is so hard.
But they did it for Metroid Prime. That's the thing about it. So if they
did, but it's a tough thing to do.
But that tease in Metroid Prime made me make sure that I pre-reserved that. If that tease does the same thing for Metroid Prime 4, for Switch owners, for E3, it's the Ryu Super Smash Brothers downsides for the servers again.
So. But yeah, that's E3 in a nutshell, boys and girls.
Yes.
Just as a quick side note before we get into to wrap up, I did leave a post on the Facebook page. So if any of you have seen that, you already know what's coming here, or you've already heard this. But for anybody that hasn't, a couple things are going on. Nothing we're ready to talk about just yet, but that news is coming likely in the next few weeks. We've been a little quiet on the Facebook page in terms of the fact that there hasn't been a whole lot of content coming out of the Facebook page like we want. A big part of that is because there are some things happening behind the scenes. And you all will know more about that here in the coming weeks. I can tell you that it's big, exciting stuff. We're way, way, way looking forward to it. We can't wait to share it with you as soon as it's ready. So keep your eyes peeled to the Facebook page for that. You're also we also want to say thank you to Adrian, who has stepped away from the show, and as he's got some things going on in his personal life that he's working on, and we wish him all the best in his future endeavors.
Yay.
And want to thank him for his time with us and helping get this all started and established. We've got nothing but much love for you, brother. And hopefully at some point, you'll be happy to come back and join us on occasion. But so know that there's some big exciting things all happening. And like I said, as soon as it's ready, we're going to let everybody know. So keep your eyes peeled to the Facebook page because that's where news is going to break.
Yes.
Beyond that, you can, as always, pimp your shit. You can find us, World11, like the Facebook page. So obviously you can, be apprised of when all the new exciting shit's happening, as well as news, reviews, previews, the occasional giveaway, and other stuff. Join the group, join the conversation on the Facebook group. There's going to be some things happening there too in the coming weeks, so make sure you stay tuned for that. You can always find us at our home on shoutengine.com. Also find us on iTunes. We appreciate the ratings and the reviews. Helps us climb the ranks and get noticed so that you can subject more people to our terribleness. Find us on Google Play Music as well as the DNA Network and Podknife as well. Coming soon to NGR Radio Network. And check out our Twitch page, or check out our Twitch channel, World11 Podcast, all spelled out. You can find us on Twitter at World1_1 Podcast. Other than that, Eddie, pimp your shit.
Yes, you guys can email World11Podcast at world11podcast@gmail.com. You can hear my podcast show, Optional Opinion, at SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and right now at the AnomalousRadioNetwork.podbean.com. Check into next episode because I do have an announcement for that. You also could check out my Optional Opinion writings at IGN.com. Following next week, when you guys hear this episode, a new feature for June will be up. You also can read my other series, The Moment, at skirmishefrogs.com. So check that out and check out some of my reviews on NGR Radio and on World 101. Also check out Podblock, my Nintendo podcast that I do with Corey Derrick on NGR Radio on YouTube and on the website. So yeah, that's going on in my life right now. And I got a big guest coming actually next month for Optional Opinion. So you guys do want to be checking that one out. It's going to be a very fun discussion. So yeah, that's going on. Oh, and sorry, one more. If you guys check out Optional Opinion on SoundCloud, I got my Backlog Bash Blowout episode up, so you guys can check out the games that I am playing. I'm be getting to PS4 in a couple of days. Right now, I'm playing Dishonored 2 for Xbox One. So.
All right. Well, guys, that's it. We will see you back here next week at the usual time. Same bad channel, same bad place.
Yay! And with that, everybody, we will talk to you later. Bye.
Peace.